the man.
Tony Stewart, a native Hoosier, his dream comes true. Tony Stewart wins the All-State 400 at the Brickyard.
Sunday, November 20th, 2005. The day Tony Stewart picked up his second NASCAR championship. The day second in points went to a young upstart, Carl Edwards, just 35 points behind. It was the day that Jimmie Johnson crashed out of the championship hunt, but little did anyone know it would be the start of an unprecedented dynasty. For the next 5 years, no car but the 48 would ever claim the title. It was the day the Gene Haas team came home 12th. 3 years later, Stewart would buy the team, and his number 14 has never missed the chase since. Edwards, still with Roush Fenway, won 9 races that year, only to lose the title. It was 6 years ago today, this day, where Stewart and Edwards once again topped the leaderboard, separated by just 3 points and 267 laps. With just 1 win, consistency gave Edwards the point lead for 21 of the 35 races. For Stewart, a winless regular season was followed by a huge rally, with wins in half the first 8 rounds of the chase. Now, with Johnson out of the title hunt, the question is no longer if someone will beat the 48, but who? Ladies and gentlemen, join me, Brock Beard, in saluting the cars and stars of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series as we introduce your starting lineup as they have qualified for the Ford 400 at Homestead, the 10th and final round of the 2011 Chase for the Sprint Cup Championship. On the pole, just as he was back in 2005, looking to score his first ever Sprint Cup title. It's black, it quacks, it is sponsored by Aflac, the 99 of point leader Concrete Carl Edwards. Starting alongside the New Jersey Fury, Martin Truex Jr. with his best start since the pole at Dover. Row 2, last week's surprise winner, Casey Citizen Kane. He won the pole here last year for Team Red Bull. To his outside, the Double Deuce with 2 victories this year. It's 2002 winner, Kurt Busch. Row 3, Brad the Big Keselowski, a strong 4th in points after his inspiring late summer rally. Mighty Matt Kenseth, the 2007 winner, has another fast forward here today. Row 4, with 85 career victories, it's the Wonder Boy, Jeff Gordon in the Flying Fork. Joining him is the Biffmeister, Greg Biffle, a 3-time consecutive Homestead winner. Row 5, Jimmie Johnson and the 40 dominate, will not win their 6th consecutive championship. And for the first time, they have not won a pole all season. Joining Johnson is his 2010 title contender, 2009 winner, Denny Hammerin' Hamlin. Row 6, fan favorite Dale Earnhardt Jr., fastest in the opening practice, with 1 more chance to be the year's 19th different winner. Dangerous AJ Allmendinger, now an ordained minister, has never finished worse than 11th in 3 previous Homestead starts. Row 7, it's Daytona Night Race winner, the Amazing David Reagan, and the Rocket Man, New Hampshire winner, Ryan Newman. Row 8, 3 points away from his 3rd series title, the Rushville Rockets 2-time Homestead winner, Tony Stewart. Joining Stewart in car 78, sleek and swift, it's Southern 500 winner, Regan Smith. Congratulations to Smith, he's getting married next week. Row 9, the Warrior from Emporia, Talladega winner Clint Boyer in his last start for Richard Childress. The Tasmanian Devil, Watkins Glen winner Marcus Ambrose has also been one to watch on the 1.5 miles this year. Row 10, the Wild Thing, Kyle Busch, 5 finishes of 19th or worse in 6 Homestead starts. And all aboard the Trevor Bayne train as the Daytona 500 champion makes the season finale. Row 11, the closer, Kevin Harvick. Rumors swirling about some changes to this team after the strong start lost momentum. Landon Sandcastle and the James Finch team had their best start since Daytona in July. Row 12, the bright yellow fella, Brickyard winner Paul Menard in car 27. And joining him in car 83 for perhaps the final time, the Red Bulldozer of Brian Vickers. Row 13, 2005 runner-up Mark Martin makes his final laps in the Mark V, and Joplin, Missouri's Jamie McMurray looks to end a rough season on a high note. Row 14, the Destroyer, local hero Juan Pablo Montoya in the Target Chevrolet, and Hudaman, I still don't care what Michael Waltrip says, it's David Rudaman. Row 15, Cole Witt makes his second consecutive Cup start in what is now the Kangaroo Express Toyota. Starting 30th, 143rd place finish away from claiming the Last Car Cup Drivers' Championship from Michael McDowell, it's the front row 55 of J.J. Yaley. Row 16, the mayor, Jeff Burton, second here 2 years ago, and slice bread himself, Joey Logano. Row 17, the Texas Twister, current Last Car leader, Michael McDowell in what may be HP Racing's final race. The Buckeye Bullets Talladega third place finisher Dave Blaney makes all 4 of his attempts in the Baldwin number 35. Row 18, Corpus Christi's Bobby Labonte in car 47. And in car 30, there's just one thing going through the mind of David Stremme and Inception Motorsports as they round out their first season of competition. You're driving in a car. A car that will go very fast. You know where you hope your car will finish, but you can't know for sure. But it doesn't matter. Now tell me why! Give a call to the man on the inside of row 19. Not only did front row Joe Nemechek make every race this season in his own equipment, but he also logged a 203 mile-per-hour lap all by himself at Daytona on Tuesday. Joining Nemechek in car 34, it's Daytona 500 third placer David Gilliland. Row 20, Casey Mears reappears with new sponsor Hard Rock Vodka, and Full Throttle Travis Kvapil is just one race away from locking the number 38 team into the top 35. Row 21, TJ Bell makes his first Cup start since Watkins Glen in a one-off for Frankie Stoddard, and Jeff Bodine gets his first Homestead start in 9 years. And in row 22, all by himself in the big Macintosh machine, 28 points out of the top 35, Mike Bliss drives in relief of 2011 Rookie of the Year, Andy Lally. 5 teams failed to qualify this week. The need for Scott Speed, a 2-time front row starter here at Homestead, Reed Sorensen and the Robbie Gordon team after a wild slide through turn 4 in qualifying, the principal Mike Skinner, whose Larry Gunselman car lost an engine in one practice then hit the wall in the other, Scotty Riggs in K Automotive's first attempt since the rains came at Martinsville, and ARCA driver Grant Enfinger with the newly formed Seneca Motorsports team will have to wait until next year to make their Sprint Cup debut. This newest startup team uses Chevrolets previously used by TRG Motorsports earlier this year. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field for the Ford 400 at Homestead. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you back here next year for BSGN Season 5.